Hello everyone, welcome to my World of Tanks replays. This one is starring the VK3002D, a tier 7 German medium tank. I have mine outfitted with the 88mm KWK-L57. This particular match is a tier 7 match, so I'm top tier. I would normally prefer being up on the hill, helping to control that vital point. But starting as far down as I did, I figured that it wasn't worth me going up there because the majority of the fight would be over by the time I'm done. There you can see a Jackson and a T-29. They will both be very important later on, but for now, I am heading around here. There's an amazing spot between G3 and H3, which gives you fantastic shots on people coming around the castle. Now, you can see the chat and on the team list that we have a team killer. It's World of Tanks. Not really surprising. Our top tier heavy tank killed our scout tank. But I'm not paying attention to that because I have found my first victim. There's a KV85. And he obligingly sits still. So I'm able to put a couple of really nice rounds into him. I think 2 88mm shells gets him a little skittish, because he backs up so my next one just hits his tracks. Now I'm thinking that that M4 looks really good, but the rubble makes the tank wobble a bit, so I miss. My next shot goes into the tracks of the KV-85, and I saw the M4 got tracked there too, so I'm going to fire a couple of blind rounds up there. We can see the M4 has lost a good chunk of health, so it looks like our other blind fire shell also found its mark. Now, the M4 got tracked there, so I fired too far behind him. Then I realized that's an easy 8. That's a bigger gun, more health. I'd rather have that taken out. As the M4 moves forward, I take a shot. Lost vision on him, but it looks like that shot did indeed find its mark, as he's only on 1% health. I look around some more. There's an IS, let's take a shot. Angle's too high, it bounces off his engine deck. Now at this point, they've all moved pretty far forward, so I can't really get any shots because of that wall there. So I decide to head forward and see if I can get a better angle from somewhere. But as you can see, that wall's still very high from this point. Now looking at the map, there's none of the enemies have come down this far, but there are 2 enemy heavy tanks, a KV-1 and an IS trying to push down Heavy Alley there under Castle von Himmelsdorf, and there's only an easy 8 defending against them. Me and the T-29 both think those are unfair odds and go to help. However, I'm sneaking up behind them, and I have a few surprises for them. Alright, I just take a shot on the move because I want a closer distance, bounce it off the KV-1, but that leaves me with some excellent shots into the IS's engine deck. The IS turns to deal with something, but he's not looking at me, so I'm able to force a third shot into his engine deck to take him out of the game. I reload and put another one into the KV-1, and those 2 Russian heavies are history. Now, there's that M4 I was playing with earlier. That guy looks like a real tasty little treat. So I'm like, hey, this could be fun. Oh, he's got an Easy 8 and a T-29. But not only does he have a T-29, but it's a T-28 concept. This is not a very common tank, seeing as it's a reward tank for the second level of personal missions. But the T-28 concept is more focused on our T-29 than on me. Which leads me to follow up behind, and I don't mind. Gives me a nice chance to put shots into his engine. Hoping for a fire, but not getting one. That ram and this shot leave him a one-shot kill for me, but I make the mistake of finishing off the M4. Very bad mistake, because as I get up here, he's turned around and has his gun facing me. What looks like a stock T-29 gets a shot in on me, and the T-28's tracks absorb that shot. Now, 29 has a turret. Let's track him and sweep around behind to put a shot into the side of the T-28. As I said, looks like a stock T-29. Stock turret, probably stock engine. It's not going to be able to match my rotation, but I do screw up my driving a little bit there, so I only get one shot in the side of his turret, but my Jackson friend finishes him off. Now, it's me and the Jackson versus 3 enemy tanks. I thought that they might have been heading or still coming down here, but with one capping and potentially 1 or 2 more, we can't afford to get away with it. We go back to reset the cap in case more join them, but there is the T-34. He misses his first shot, and I sink mine into the side of his tank. I come around the corner, he puts a shot into me, can't afford to take any more shots from him, so 1 shot and a ram finish him off. At this point, it seems clear that the whoever's capping isn't going to be joined by someone else, or if they did, we would easily be able to get back to cap to deal with them. So I decide to head around and try and catch the IS coming down the hill, because I figure, it was probably just slow trying to sit up there and camp. But I don't see him. If he was camping, I would have seen his shots coming down from above. If I don't see him now, it means he's probably not there. Probably went down the other side of the castle hill to go around the north. So the Jackson begins heading over to reset whoever's sitting in the cap. I begin heading there to join him, only to spot the Churchill 1. Here's my first mistake. I decide to take on the Churchill by myself. The IS has been found by the Jackson and reset. Excellent shot. But I come around here and try to side scrape the Churchill 1. He's not there. He's been pushing forward to try and attack. I really should have been back there with the Jackson, focusing down that IS. The Churchill isn't here. He's continued pushing further forward than I had expected. I make a mistake. The Jackson was spotted resetting the IS, and I was spotted heading towards the Jackson. But I begin looping around the other way, only to see the Churchill surprise our Jackson. The Jackson's able to put a good shot into him, but the Churchill has a fantastic rate of fire and finishes him off. My shot goes high and ricochets off either the engine deck or the turret of the Churchill, I'm not sure which. I decide to sneak around to try and catch him as he comes around to surprise me, but my driving is a little clumsy. So, if the Churchill didn't know what I was doing before, he should know now. I come around here to try and surprise him, but I spot the IS. Not having sixth sense in this tank, I can only assume that the Churchill has an idea of where I'm coming from. I come around the corner expecting him to be here. There he is, side on to me. I put a shot into him, game over for him. He puts a shot into me, he wins the game. Let's see what happens. I put a shot into his front drive wheel, and he sinks one home into the side of my tank. That ends my little adventure and gave my worthy opponents the victory. I hope you enjoyed the replay, guys. Have a good day.